I wasn't going to do a second video, but there were so many questions about the Path of Exile 2 closed beta test, I felt like I was the PoE 2 guy, and it was my duty to do it. Moana Exiles, welcome to another Path of Exile 2 video. Today, we are going to answer a bunch of questions surrounding the closed beta test and address the anger in the community about it, because I think it is misplaced and it's just an unfortunate bit of miscommunication on the part of Grinding Gear Games all those years ago when they first announced Path of Exile 2. So what am I talking about if you missed my last video? Well, the invites for the first PoE 2 closed beta test went out last night. It's happening for 1 week in just a few days time, 3 days from August 15th to August 22nd. It's a very small set of people, and we don't know how many, but it seems like it's a decent number. I'd guess anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000, but that's a small set of the player base overall, right? Probably it's on PC. The questions in the survey mostly related around PC, and we'll talk about that more later. Maybe there are some clients going out for PS5 and Xbox, but I think that there will be a console-only beta test later down the line. And then finally, everything is under NDA. All gameplay, all screenshots. People can't talk about their gameplay experiences and the like. They signed an NDA and they cannot talk about anything. On screen right now is the official selection email. Check your emails to see if you got it, Exiles. It says Path of Exile 2 closed beta test, you have been selected, and then they actually say Moana Exile, and then they go onto a spiel about creating a PoE 2 account or just using your existing Path of Exile account. So I will reiterate, I will not be covering any leaks on this channel at all. I respect Grinding Gear Games, I want to keep a great relationship with them, and really anyone playing in the closed beta test should not be leaking information. It would be spoiling it not only for Grinding Gear Games, but all the other players out there, and if you're using your official PoE account, you will be permanently banned. It says it at the bottom of this email. You will be permanently banned, and you will not be able to play PoE 1 or PoE 2 ever again on that account. So just don't leak the information, and once again, don't send me anything. Don't post anything in my Discord, anything like that. I will not be covering any of the leaks. Okay, so let's address some of the anger that's arising about this particular closed beta test. And that's all stemming from the fact that they used to call the first look at PoE 2 a beta. It was an open beta, I think, but lots of people are confused on the wording and many people are upset in the comments. Lots of people are just furious about not getting into this closed beta test. They've spent thousands of dollars on the game. They've played for tens of thousands of hours and they're not in. Well, many of them believe that this is the long-awaited early access or open beta for PoE 2. It's not. It's not at all. These are much smaller tests, and Grinding Gear Games has communicated that. You know, they shifted from the open beta or the beta period terminology to the early access terminology once they launched their new website, and I thought that meant, whoa, this is crazy, this is new. No, it was just marketing, really, and that has now caused a bit of confusion in the community because people think this is the long-awaited time when I get to play. That's not the case. These are much smaller tests, and I reckon they're much more pointed at certain segments of the population. I'm guessing early access for all of us, or those who have spent a lot or want to spend 30 bucks on a pass or are randomly selected, will start on November 29th. And I think that will be announced at opening night live at Gamescom on August 20th. This is the last huge stage in gaming this year in particular, so I think this is where Grinding Gear Games will announce this information. They're not confirmed for opening night live. They do have a booth at Gamescom, so I could be talking complete crap, but that's just my guess. I've been right on a few things around Path of Exile 1 and 2 in the past year. So this closed beta test, what exactly could they be testing? Well, I reckon it's hardware specs. Seriously. Grinding Gear Games has access to a lot of different PC configurations and the like, but they can only test so many things. In the survey that they sent out before they sent out these closed beta invites, they were asking people about their graphics cards and how long they played and how much they play and all that stuff. I think the most important question in that entire list was on the graphics card angle. I think Grinding Gear Games is trying to test a wide variety of hardware specs in the lead up to PoE 2 being available to more and more people to double check that it works with many different configurations, or if there is a specific configuration that causes it to fail or lag or stutter or something along those lines. Let me know in the comments below, what is your hardware spec? And did you get in the beta or did you not get in the beta? I have a 4090. I would be shocked to hear if anybody with a 4090 got into the PoE 2 closed beta, or at least the first test, because I don't think they're looking to test 4090s. They've probably already tested those. They're probably looking to test some older graphics cards, many different series and generations and the like. I think that's the big point of the test. And along those lines, I don't think much of the game is going to be available to these players. There's bound to be new information at Gamescom, and that starts on August 20th and it goes to August 25th. I think these people testing for 1 week of time from the 15th to the 22nd will not be testing something new. I think they're going to have access to Acts 1 and 2. And this is really just a stress test for the video cards and the hardware configurations. I don't think they're testing endgame now. I don't think they're testing ascendancies or a new class. I think this is purely hardware, and they're going to have access to what we've already seen in PoE 2. Sure, they're probably going to be able to find some stuff that we've not seen before. There's probably been lots of changes, but they can't leak it, or they shouldn't leak it. And they won't have access to anything that is vitally important or anything that'll be revealed at Gamescom. Plus, it seems like there are lots of people who haven't played a tons of Path of Exile 1 recently that have been selected. At least from my comments, people could be capping, I don't know. Maybe they're also trying to test out the tutorialization at a wider scale. I have praised the tutorials in PoE 2 for being wonderful. My wife was able to easily figure them out. They actually helped me too, explaining some of the skills. So maybe they're trying to test that as well with a group of players who haven't played a ton of PoE 1 recently. Additionally, we know more closed beta tests will occur between August 15th, which is when the first closed beta test begins, and date X, which is when early access begins for PoE 2. We don't know how many, but we do know there will be multiple. I'd guess that we have one in August, one in September, one in October, and one more in November before the early access launches on, I'm guessing, November 29th. And I do believe at least one of those tests will be specifically pointed at console players, because I believe the console game director, Trevor, has talked about this actually happening. So I do believe him, and I think that they really want to make sure that consoles get it right on the early access launch. So one of these is bound to be for all you console people out there. All right, Exiles, that's all the information that we currently have about the closed beta test. If anything else comes out about PoE 2, I will make a video on it. I will explain it to all of you. I will get you the straight juice as fast as possible. I'm not trying to yap a ton here, just trying to get you the proper information. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you would like to see more videos just like this one and, more scripted in the future, make sure to subscribe to Talkative Try for more PoE 1 and PoE 2 content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Talakura, my fellow exiles.